Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Baby Arugula, and today we're doing something very different. This isn't one of my videos for like a flagship series like Making Music with Baby Arugula or Conversations. Today we are taking a look at the brand new plugin, the CLA EchoSphere by Waves, made in conjunction with CLA himself. Waves and CLA are doing like a new video series all about getting depth in mixes, and so they're going all over his delays and his effects and his reverbs that he would use in and out of the box. And so I have a feeling that this was released intentionally side by side with that new video series. And there's not a lot of videos on this plugin yet, so I figured why not go ahead, give my own 2 cents, kind of try it out. So I have a demo here from 2 years ago, I think, that I'm gonna just kind of play around with the guitar and the vocals. And yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below about the plugin. If you got it for free through their email campaign, or if you're thinking about buying it for yourself, let me know how you like to use it. And as always, remember to like, subscribe, ring the bell. I got weekly uploads, so you don't want to miss it. All right, let's go ahead and jump into Logic. All right, here we are in Logic. This is a demo that I did with my band. We're all playing together in a room. Well, it's two of us. I'm playing guitar and singing, and then my buddy is on the drums. We've got 4 mics on the drums. We've got a kick, snare, overhead, a knee. Oh, we got 5 mics, sorry. And then a mic in the bathroom. We got our guitar, our chips. Oh, we actually had 6 mics. So the chips is literally just like a knockoff 58. We didn't have any more mic stands. So we just took a knockoff like Radio Shack mic and put it in a bag of Lay's potato chips and just put it somewhere random in the room. And then our vocals. So there's a lot of bleed on all of these, but it's not the end of the world. You can see here, I was using the Echo Boy from Sound Toys for my double on the guitar, as well as, oh, I wasn't using it on the vocals. I think probably because of how much drum bleed was in the vocals, but normally I would kind of put some sort of delay at least on the reverb, on the vocals. I don't have the Echo Boy anymore, which leaves a pretty big hole in my delays. The Echo Boy is pretty much what I would go to by default almost every time for any delay needs, because it's so versatile and it sounds so good. So now I got that hole to fill. Maybe the EchoSphere will be the one to fill it, who knows. But I'm just gonna give you a little taste of the song here, and then we will apply the delay to the vocals and to the guitar and just go over the features and see how it sounds.
Set myself free. If whenever an obstacle emerges, flee. That's a compound machine. They'll plague your subconscious, ruin your relationships, and plague your independence. Just like out with the people that I love, seeking eyes and lips to a push came to shove. Taken from me, I got love disease, but I found my inner self. Now I'm never lonely.
Cool, so that's kind of the first half of the song. We'll stop there. Let's go ahead and repurpose this effects bus, and we'll throw on the EchoSphere. So right away, cute little intro animation there. Right away you can see we got 2 flavors. We got slap, which is our delay, and then we have our plate reverb. The slap, you can either route it straight to the output in parallel with the plate, or you can also route it in serial into the plate. There's a bunch of controls here. We got a mod wheel. You can set our time. Here we have the option of 7.5, 15, and 30, which makes me think of tape speeds, IPS, but this says VSO, I think. I'm not really sure what that stands for, but you can select these, and then it changes the time, but you can still change the time anyway. So I'm gonna have to do a little more research and just kind of dive in a little further, use it more to kind of get a feeling for what I like more. But then we got our feedback, right? So pretty standard. In the plate section, right, we also have the mod wheel. We can adjust our pre-delay, our reverb time, and then RT. I'm not sure what RT stands for. I think probably rate maybe is kind of what I first thought of. So I think that we can control the rate of the modulation specific to the frequency range. So we can modulate the low frequencies or the high frequencies separately, which is kind of cool. I'll have to play around with it more to really get use out of it. I'm not totally sure what to do with that yet. And then on each channel, right, we have a separate volume knob for each so we can blend them. Solo and mute, high pass and low pass, and then an overall dry wet knob. So this is its own bus, so we're just gonna put the wet all the way up. So let's go ahead and we're just gonna solo the vocals here and loop this section.
It was hard to grow to set myself free. If whenever an obstacle emerges, that's a cop-out machine.
So this is with the slap in parallel with the plate, right? So let's go ahead and mute the plate.
It was hard to grow to set myself free. If whenever an obstacle emerges, that's a cop-out machine. It'll break your subconscious, ruin your relationships, and play your independence. Space out for the people that I love, seeking isolation.
So there's your delay time, right? I think this kind of does relate to tape speed because when you change the numbers here, it kind of gets a little darker. So there's like a little bit of a high-end roll-off.
It was hard to grow to set myself free. If whenever an obstacle emerges,
Hear how the hi-hat and the drums and all the bleed suddenly has all this definition once you switch to 30.
It was hard to grow to set myself free. If whenever an obstacle emerges, that's a cop-out machine. They'll blink us up.
Huh, 7.5 is interesting. I'm not sure how to describe that. It's like kind of, some of the presence kind of comes back there. Let's stick with 15 for now.
It was hard to grow to set myself free. If whenever an obstacle.
Let's also center this. Vocals don't need to be panned anymore.
It was hard to grow to set myself free. If whenever an obstacle emerges, that's a cop-out machine. It'll break your subconscious, ruin your relationships, and play your independence. Space out for the people that I love, seeking isolation. So a push came to shove. Take it from me, I got disease, but from me in myself, and now I'm never lonely. It was hard to grow to set myself free. If whenever an obstacle emerges, that's a cop-out machine. It'll break your subconscious, ruin your relationships, and play your independence. Space out for the people that I love, seeking isolation. So a push came to shove. Take it from me, I got disease, but I found my inner self, and now I'm never lonely.
The modulation's cool. It's very subtle. I'm not totally sure what exactly is going on there. I can just kind of feel that it's a little bit different. But let's go ahead and send it into the plate as well. Actually, we'll stay in parallel. Let's just solo the plate.
It was hard to grow to set myself free. If whenever an obstacle emerges,
The modulation is much more obvious on the plate there.
it was hard to grow to set myself free. If whenever an obstacle emerges, that's a cop-out machine. It'll break your subconscious, ruin your relationships, and play your independence. Space out for the people that I love, seeking isolation. So a push came to shove. Take it from me, I got disease, but I found my inner self, and now I'm never lonely. It was hard to grow to set myself free. If whenever an obstacle emerges, that's a cop-out machine. It'll break your subconscious, ruin your relationships, and play your independence. Space out for the people that I love, seeking isolation. So a push came to shove. Take it from me, I got disease, but I found my inner self, and now I'm never lonely.
Okay, let's try it with the slap now. So we'll unsolo the plate.
It was hard to grow to set myself free. If whenever an obstacle emerges, that's a cop-out machine. It'll break your subconscious, ruin your relationship, play your independence. Space out for the people that I love, seeking isolation. So a push came to shove. Take it from me, I got disease, but I found my inner self, now I'm never lonely. It was hard to grow to set myself free. If whenever an obstacle emerges, that's a cop-out machine. It'll break your subconscious, ruin your relationships, and play your independence. Space out for the people that I love, seeking isolation. So a push came to shove. Take it from me, I got disease, but I found my inner self, now I'm never lonely.
That's cool. I like my delays and reverbs very low in the mix, very subtle. Like you can't hear it, but if you take it away, you're like, whoa, what happened? I don't like my delays and reverbs to be super obvious. So that's cool. I'll have to play around with it more. I don't even know the tempo of the song. Like oftentimes with delays, I will calculate the exact milliseconds per beat or whatever, or per 16th note or something, you know. But we're just playing around, and was just a demo. So like the whole mix of this demo is like not. This was a long time ago. I've adapted my style a lot since then, but let's go ahead and run them in serial this time.
It was hard to grow to set myself free.
So now you hear, because the 166 millisecond delay side by side with the 21 millisecond pre-delay was like kind of crazy, but now that's gone. It's much more in sync with itself.
That's a cop-out machine, you'll blink your subconscious. Ruin your relationships and play your independence. And I love seeking eyes and lips. So a push came for some, taken from it. I got love disease, but I'm not in the sun. Now I'm never lonely. It was hard to grow to set myself free. If whenever an obstacle emerges, flee. That's a cop-out machine, you'll blink your subconscious. Ruin your relationships and play your independence. Push came for some, taken from me. I got love disease, but I'm probably in the sun. Now I'm never lonely. It was hard to grow to set myself free. If whenever an obstacle emerges, flee. That's a cop-out machine, it'll play your subconscious. Ruin your relationships and play your independence. To space out for the people that I love. Seeking isolation, so a push came for some, taken from me. I got love disease, but I'm probably in the sun. Now I'm never lonely.
Sounds pretty good. So that's kind of just a taste of what you can expect on vocals. You might use it much differently. I prefer kind of shorter slap times. We can try something a little bit longer here.
It was hard to grow to set myself free. If whenever an obstacle emerges, flee. That's a cop-out machine, it'll blink your subconscious. Ruin your relationships and play your independence. Just space out for the people that I love. Seeking isolation, so a push came for shove. Taken from me, I got gum disease, but I found my inner self, and now I'm never lonely. It was hard to grow to set myself free. If whenever an obstacle emerges, flee. That's a cop-out machine, it'll blink your subconscious. Ruin your relationships and play your independence.
That's cool. And of course, you know, there's loads of that, not loads, but there's some presets here. I assume these are probably CLA's presets, his personal presets, but there's quite a few here to browse. They're all for guitars or vocals. I was wondering if this would be a good thing to put on like overheads, but I'll leave that for you to experiment with. Let's go ahead and take our guitar and send that to bus 7. Cool, so now it's a guitar delay, which is what it's also recommended to be used as. Let's go ahead and solo our guitar here. Typically, in the past, my go-to delay setting for guitar is kind of just to use it as a double for more width. I'll typically pan with the guitar one side and the delay the other way, and I'll typically set that to around a 22 millisecond delay. So let's go ahead and try that. Let's actually set it to independent pan. Pan you left, pan you right, see how that feels.
Whenever an obstacle emerges, flee. That's a cop-out machine, it'll blink your subconscious. Ruin your relationships and play your independence. Space out for the people that I love. Seeking isolation, so a push came for shove. Taken from me,
I like this. What I'm noticing here is like, even by including this delay on the right side, it's making the guitar on the left feel like it's even farther to the left. I think that's pretty cool. That's not, I don't know if that's like specific to this plugin. That's kind of one of the things that I liked about the Echo Boy, which I don't have anymore. So that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and play around with one of these presets. Let's try slap 3. Why not?
It was hard to grow to set myself free. If whenever an obstacle emerges, flee. That's a cop-out machine, it'll blink your subconscious. Ruin your relationships and play your independence. Space out for the people that I disease, but I'm probably in the sun now. I'm never lonely. It was hard to grow to set myself free. If whenever an obstacle emerges, flee.
Yeah, it sounds sick. It's great. Sounds wonderful. This is a cool plugin. Thanks Waves for making this free. Pretty versatile. It's cool to have multiple effects in one. That's not always the first thing that I gravitate towards, but I think it works pretty well in this scenario. And CLA, you know, whether you like his mixes or not, CLA is a guy who knows his gear inside out, and he knows what works for him. That's why he keeps on doing it, you know? So thanks Waves for sending this one out to me for free, and to anyone else who submitted their email. I don't know if they're still doing that. It might be too late now that it's already Black Friday. But if you're looking for a new plate, or a new delay, but you don't want to buy 2 plugins, this is probably a good one to look into. It sounds pretty good. Is it going to fill the void left by my Echo Boy? I don't know, because the Echo Boy is so versatile, so that remains to be seen. I don't know if I'm going to use this all the time, but it's definitely something that I'm happy to have in my arsenal. It sounds pretty good. Alright everybody, there it is. That's the CLA EchoSphere by Waves, just released today. Let me know in the comments section below if you got yours through the email campaign for free as well, or if you're planning on buying it yourself, and what you expect to use it on, what your favorite delay and reverb settings are with this plugin or with other plates and delays as well. As always, remember to leave a like and subscribe for more. Ring the bell. I upload every week. This week is lucky. We're doing 2 uploads this week because I wanted to demo this plugin for y'all since it's brand new. There's not a lot of content out there about it. And make sure that you browse the links below for ways to support the channel. You can check out the band whose demo this is. It was So It Goes. Their link is in my description as well. So check all that out. Be a friend, be a pal, and I'll see you next week. Bye.